BMT. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
Razor P on this track.
Baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. Riding around, try to play the role as innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake hellos. Behind closed doors, she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong. Knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worried about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
All stand, please. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. The Solemn Court now stands adjourned, sine die. God save the state and this honorable court.
Yeah. You may be seeing this motherfucker. Let me lower this shit right quick. Shout out to the Baby Mama Terrorist Bounty Hunters. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer. And what we're going to talk about today is, yes, a baby mama terrorist who chose single motherism. A lot of times when you talk about men who fight to be fathers, white, black, blue, or green, you tend to have these baby mama terrorists, these Al Karens, Al Quishas, Al Walla Melanishas, these Al Senoritas, these Al Chunglis, these Al Zhang, and everybody else in the rest of the gang. They will come at you and say, no, it's because you don't want to be a father. Oh, no, because you're a deadbeat. Oh, you just crying about child support. Oh, you just hate your mama. Oh, don't you know your mama black? If you broke, just say so and so on. And then when I also mentioned about these baby mama terrorists, because all baby mama terrorists choose single motherism. When they say ain't no woman in a right mind choose single motherism, and you just said a key word, a woman will not, because they're not that stupid. But then you got a lot of these females who will sit back and say, I can do better all by my damn self. My child don't need a father. I don't need no man because we got father figures. You can't make this shit up. And the thing about it was, I've been saying this has been going on for a long time. But now, again, the jig is up. And a lot of men are starting to see the light. Not enough, but a lot of men are seeing the light to the point where They like, shit, I don't even want to have no kids with you motherfuckers. I'd rather go somewhere else, or I'd rather just go ahead and just get a surrogate, or hell, hey, I might as well just go ahead and just get the needles and the balls, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm so glad that these baby mama terrorists are bold now. See, back then they wasn't bold. They wasn't bold at all. They would play the victim, which they still play victim, and woe is me, and how dare you do this to me, and shit like that. But you got a lot of them that's so bold that come out and just say, shit, it is what it is. I don't need him. I get child support. I didn't want him in the picture. I just can't let it go. It's who he with. It's who he married to. I'm so glad motherfuckers come out, because they just say I'm hurting so bitter, but at the same time, they won't call me a liar. You know, I don't need no man. I'm strong and independent. Yeah, Rock. Just like these bitch niggas from the county I used to work with, they sit back and try to say, oh, you just mad, you bitter and all this shit. Listen to what a bitch say. And then now motherfuckers they got nothing to say. But I don't give a fuck at all. But like I said, the sad part about this is these same motherfucking niggas that try to laugh at me are the same motherfuckers who went through it before I did. Or they going through it now. Or they stupid ass turn around being simp daddies to these other motherfuckers. Take care of niggas' kids, and the bitch fucked around with nigga you work with in the same department. You can't make this shit up. But hey, it is what it is. So I got to talk about this because the lead attorney was talking about, Rajay Black and the situation, and it was a good show. I watched as much as I can until I went on with my live. And a female came on there and she said that she understood what that man was going through because she went through it herself. Lead attorney asked her, okay, well, how you went through it? She said some shit like, well, they asked me questions. They wanted me to present my report card because I was 18. The father asked for equal parental time. And they just treated me unjustly, asking all these questions, and they not doing it to him. And I had to prove that I'm more fit to get primary parenting. You compared that little bullshit that you had to do to prove that you was capable of being a primary parent, then this man who was accused of being a child molester, who was accused of being abusive and all these other things, and you compare that to your victimhood. You cannot make this shit up. And the lead attorney, shout out to the lead attorney. Lead attorney got in our ass. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do like I do, you know what I mean? Because he still got a rep to uphold, you know what I mean? But he was like, do y'all hear this bullshit? And I'm laughing like, motherfucker, I'm glad she did that. Because that's the majority of these motherfuckers feel. They really believe, she really believe, and Ted said that for the world to hear. The baby was in my stomach for 9 months. I had to go to the doctor. He wasn't going to the doctor. I should get primary custody. Yeah. So that right there, like I said, these baby mama terrorists choose to be single mothers, single motherism at best. And before I play this clip, we're going to give a moment of silence to these baby mama terrorists who choose single motherism. Let's bow our heads. Yes, it's over for you bitches. Let's get this motherfucker started. I want to give a shout out to C Square for the $10 donation. He said another day is just another dollar. I got to squeeze out for my child support. Shout out to the Couch Gang, Bunk Gang. You damn right. Couch Gang, Bunk Gang in this motherfucker. For real. C Squared in the building. He in a bunk and I'm on the couch. Shout out to Lil Rock for the 1999. Appreciate you, my brother, to the fullest. Yeah, these baby mama terrorists, love to be single mothers. Now, you know I'm not talking about the ones who had no choice. I'm talking about the ones who purposely X the man out the picture, alienate the man out the picture, turn around and go for sole custody, do false allegations, and mad because he got divorced from your ass, mad because y'all failed relationship, and you want to use the child as a weapon, shield, pawn, rocket launcher, everything else. You know what y'all do best. And y'all basically calling y'all shit. And now it's being exposed. Shout out to Myra for the $5 donations. I appreciate you and the whole manosphere. Shout out to you. Shout out to Myra, man. Appreciate it. You know, we gotta get them some type of violin music because these bitches are sad. So that's why I say, don't get mad at me because you choose single motherism. Don't get mad at me because the jig is up and the truth is coming out and motherfuckers ain't starting to hear that woe is me shit and say, oh, no, it's the dude's fault. No, it's your fault. And the thing about it is, it's somebody that's going to say, I agree with what she said. Yeah, she had it for 9 months. Fuck him. His sperm is the reason why she got pregnant. It takes the man to get the woman pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Whether you go to the doctor and get the artificial insemination, whether you go to the sperm bank, it still take a male sperm to get you pregnant. And the sperm chooses whether if it's going to be a girl or a boy. You know, use a carrier. Just like other animals, some animals, they carriers. You're a carrier. I blame it on Gummy Daddy. I blame it on these politicians and these Obamas and Bill Clinton ass motherfuckers who sit back and say that the mother should have primary custody because she carried that baby for 9 months. You cannot make this shit up. But yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please hit the like button. She's not the only one to believe this shit. A lot of these baby mama tears believe this shit. But I'm so glad it's out here. And I get y'all mad at me because I get it. The truth is out. Truth is what it is. You can't shut me down. I ain't gonna shut my fucking mouth. I just stay my ass on the couch and do nothing every day. I decided to get my broke ass up and get my hair cut and shit. Felt good. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna get my hair cut for this one. You know what I mean? I want to look clean when I throw dirt on these stank ass whores. And like I said, it's unfortunate that you got a lot of these Ray Caruth. You got a lot of these OJ Simpsons. You got a lot of these now you could say Mr. Black. You know, so you got Ray Black now that's out here Xing them out. I don't condone it, but I understand to the motherfucking fullest. See, it's shit like that you hear is a lot of reasons why motherfuckers going getting that MGK special. You know what I'm saying? See, and shout out to the Culture Condition. We had a good dialogue talking about mental health and men's health. And I'm gonna have him on the show on some other videos, not just necessarily about somebody X somebody out the picture, but it's sad that when we spread awareness, we call the shit out, we say what's not fair. We supposed to man up, shut the fuck up, and keep our heads low. But when these baby mama tears holler, what's that? PPD, postpartum depressive, and she was having mental issues, then it's justified why she took her kids and shot them up and allowed the boyfriend to beat the son and leave him dead for over a year with the other two boys abandoning and shit like that. See, she got probable cause. See, she got probable cause. We have no excuse. We have no reasoning. Nothing at all. You know, we don't lose it. We know better. Fuck that. Shout out to Angry Bus Driver for the $5 donation. She said, whenever a woman says she's a single mom, number one, she uses it as a badge of honor. Number two, she doesn't want to hold her accountable for bad choices. 100% facts. And that's because she's a baby mama tear. See, a real single mom is a single mom who's going to teach their children, do not be a single mother. They're not going to manipulate the child to hate the father. That single mother is going to teach that child not to carry before you marry. They're going to use their experience to say, learn from this. Yeah, we doing okay, but it wasn't easy raising you as a daughter or a son, and I don't want you to go through the same situation. See, that's what a real single mom would do. When you hear somebody say, well, being a single mother, I'm proud because I did everything I had to do. I did all this by my damn self. Even though government daddy was in your back pocket, but you're gonna say you did it all by your damn self. You ain't gonna you gonna say Section 8, you're gonna say link cards, you're gonna say vouchers, you're gonna say child support, you're gonna keep that in the back pocket, say you did everything by yourself, and still say the man ain't shit. You still gonna say white supremacy, you still gonna say Black Lives Matter. But again, I told y'all these motherfuckers use white supremacy for their own gain. They don't give a fuck about the black man. They don't give a fuck about you. So yeah, they will always say it's a badge of honor, and I ain't need no man. They just needed the pocketbooks from that man. Shout out to Angry Bus Driver. Shout out to Rock Singer for the $20 donation. She said, I saw this interview. This chick is a total red flag. Keep exposing these baby mama terrorists. I sure will, my brother. I sure will. And that's the point. I'm telling y'all, for your own good, whether if you've been through the situation, whether you've been there, done that, whether if you've never been in the situation, you need to know that this always been going on. This going to continue going on. The courts is not going to change a damn thing. Family court ain't going to change a damn thing. But we have the power to do for ourselves and change the laws in our mind so we don't be in this type of situation. So far as I can say, the more I spread this shit, it might just be one or two people that get involved and say, hey, I agree. It might just be one woman a month. It might be just 5 guys a month. But them same guys is going to grow, build, spread awareness, and live their life to the fullest. And don't be sabotaged by government dad or these baby mama terrorists, these no good ass simping forces. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna go out here and do Mr. Black move because he know that it is what it is. They made a choice, and you're gonna keep your veins cold and better yourself and go in another route and wash your fucking hands and move on. You know what I mean? See, we're gonna talk and preach today. Shout out to Mr. Jap. So we're gonna do that today. You know what I mean? And it's, like I say, I'm glad she did what she did.
Well,
I'm glad what she did. I'm sorry, I planned it already, but I'm glad she did what she did. Because a lot of these motherfuckers will say, it ain't true. Who hurt you? Your mom black. But it don't matter. You know why? Even though it's been played on the lead attorney, Coach Greg Adams talked about it, and I believe somebody else talked about it. Now I'm talking about it. It's still gonna be motherfuckers gonna say either one, you still mad, you still bitter, who hurt you. That's why I say fuck you. That's why I say this is for the ones who do understand and know what's going on. This ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? But like I said, these motherfuckers gonna always feel privileged because they know they can go to government debt and get what they want. The reason why this motherfucker was mad and felt discriminated, she felt sympathy for this brother who did what he did because she could understand how fucked up the course is, because she knew damn well when these baby mama terrorist feelings go in that courtroom, how dare you try to force me to show report cards and I gotta show you why I should be the primary parent. I'm a woman. I should better go up in there and play wars me and get what I want. That's why she felt disrespected. That's why she felt like she was discriminated. That's why she felt like it might be a chance I'll lose. I ain't used to this. I got feminist rights. See, I'm a female. I should be able to go in there and get what I want. I ain't do all that. So that's why. See, when they don't get their way like it should be, she used to hear what everybody else have told her. Girls are going to get child support, get equal pay, and get rid of equal pay time, and you're going to get it. And which normally does happen. See, so that's why she felt discriminated and hurt and everything. Yeah, a female. Shout out to Jay Flo for the 499. He says, much love, Mr. Palmer, from the Latino community died. That's what I'm talking about. I paid $1,000. I'm gonna say he must be $1,000 for years. And my baby mama Tess left my daughter on her own after she turned 18. I'm gonna read this one more time. This brother's Latino. This is why I tell y'all that when it comes to men's rights, when it comes to fathers' rights, and when it comes to alienation, these baby mama tears come in all forms. We as men as a whole got this situation going on. I don't care if you're a pro-black white supremacist. I don't care if you Afro-Latina. I don't care if you Chinese. If you in America, you or one of the American-ass countries, I guarantee you we all going through the same. That's why I say we have to build as men and build a brotherhood as men. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Latinos ain't exempt from this shit. This man just said, much love, Mr. Palmer, from the Latino community died. I paid $1,000. He paid $1,000 in child support for years. And his baby mama Tess left their daughter on her own after she turned 18. Yeah, you got a lot of these baby mama tears that throw the sons out at 17 and throw the daughters out at 18. Whether she's ready to go cross that stairwell out to the world or not, they throw your ass out. And if you still stay there, then you still have to pay her rent, her mortgage, not pay a bill, have to pay her mortgage, her rent, and while she take her money and fuck it off. Yeah, now I got it, brother. J Flow, $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year. And if he paid that for 18 fucking years, shit. I'm gonna let my man for the wire say, shit. I told you, government they don't care because they got a piece of that $1,000. See, and I bet he fought, tried to get equal parent time or try to get custody. They were like, nah, no. She's the most best fit, even though she ain't shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why you got, J Blacks going on now. But it's been going on for a long time. Like I say again, the only reason why that came out was because it went viral. Other than that, it's been going. You Google right now about some father killed his wife because of alienation, so on. It's been going on for years. This ain't nothing new. Shout out to you, J Flow, for surviving the baby mama terrorism. Hopefully you got your daughter, y'all get along. She ain't manipulated. Shout out to you, my brother. I definitely hope for the best, and I'm glad you survived. Hopefully the baby mama Terry's got a job at Walmart. Yeah. She said she playing craps with my money. I told you. That's what I'm saying. These baby mama Terry don't love their children. That's why I say, yeah, when it comes to this system, it's not about race. Now, when it comes to family court, now y'all can discriminate on going to jail. They want to get more time than the other, or the police and so on. I get it. But when it comes to family court, they don't give a fuck about your race, your culture, what you do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, we definitely gonna put the application for Walmart because Walmart is always hiring for you baby mama terrorists. But the thing about it is, soon they won't be hired because they start to make everything robotic. They doing self-checkouts and shit like that. So in due time, it won't be no Walmart hiring for you. You will have to go over to Amazon. Shout out to Walmart. But when you go to Walmart, you see all your ghetto gaggers, and they fight in there, they strip in there, they twerk in there, they fight with their kids on their arms up in there. They do some off the wall shit up in there. You guarantee to get a job at Walmart. Again, Walmart is always hiring. Shout out J Flow. He said, I'm take care of my daughter right now. I hope her mother does. Yeah, man. Just continue to spread the awareness to the Latino community, brother, because this shit is real. Yeah, Walmart always hiring, boy. So yeah, we finna watch this video right quick. We finna definitely watch this video. I might have to put my headphones on. We're gonna talk about with his baby mama terrorist. When his baby mama terrorist speak her piece about what she was going through. She understood Mr. Black's pain. As you see, we got OJ Simpson and Ray Carew, and we got Mr. Black in the middle, as we do this, watch this video, because they just couldn't believe what the shit she was saying. Yeah, Target's hiring too. So let's get this thing started, y'all. And shout out to lead attorney for doing what he do, and also coming on my platform a while back, telling y'all that, yeah, going to court trying to fight to be a father is a bad investment if you cannot prove this woman is an abuser, because that's basically about the most you can do to actually get custody 9 times out of 10, unless you got a righteous judge. But unfortunately, even he said he told his clients, you sure you want to do this, because it might not be what you think. It's a bad investment, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So let's get this thing started. This is fair use because this is for educational purposes only. Yeah. Gracias, my brother. Shout out to you and shout out to everybody else, man. It's about these baby mama terrorists. You know what I mean? Yeah, share the link. Share the link. Yeah, share the link. Yeah, share the link. Put it out there, man. Tag my name. Hey, we're gonna. This platform is growing, man. Slowly but surely, because I'm very controversial, and that's the thing I don't understand. The ones that they try to say, oh well, what about so? A lot of these dudes, everybody that talk about men's rights and masculine and stuff like that are all controversial. Just because they don't say a curse word on their shit and don't call them baby mama terrorists or whores and all that, it's still controversial. Anytime people speaks the truth, it's controversial, just to let y'all know. me being a dumbing off college girl, I'm just gonna let y'all know. Anytime you speak the truth and you won't change for what's right, and you telling it how it is, not like how it should be, it's controversial. Let's get this thing started.
Well, this one kind of hit home because, like, that's not far away from me. It was like 45 minutes away from me where it happened. And I think, honestly, it is, like, I was thinking it was the law as well, because I remember.
Let me start it back because I don't know if it was low when it started, but as you see, she's saying that she basically saying that she know it's not fair, it ain't right, and all that shit. You know, let's go.
Well, this one kind of hit home because, like, that's not far away from me. It was like 45 minutes away from me where it happened. And I think, honestly, it is, like, I was thinking it was the law as well, because I remember when I went through my legal situation with my son's father, and how hard it was, like, to go through it. We ended up going for like a year and a half, and we started when my son was only 3 weeks old. And it took that long for it to go through the whole cycle. The longer it plays out, the more it strains you. And I feel like some of it may be like punishing you in a sense to, like, you know, you should be able to solve it and just come together and then file the paperwork saying, like, oh, this is our agreement, more than like letting the courts decide the agreement. I felt like I was being punished in like the Montgomery County courts ultimately.
She felt she was being punished. She felt she was being punished. She felt she was being punished. The father took her to court for equal parental time. He didn't take her to court for sole custody. He didn't take her to court for primary custody. He took her to court for equal parental time. She says that she felt that it was unjust. It was hard for her, and so on. See, that's what I'm saying. How many of y'all have heard baby mama terrorists? Because I heard plenty of them tell me that these baby mama terrorists will apply for sole custody. They will apply for primary custody. But if you apply for equal parenting or you apply for primary custody, they will tell you you just don't want to pay child support. Now, these baby mama terrorists who dumb as fuck, even if you got equal parenting time, there are men who still pay child support. They don't pay $1,000. They may pay $600 instead of $1,000 because you got equal parenting. It's like you got to pay to have your children. That's crazy. So, as you heard her say, it ain't fair. She's a victim. But it's like I said, I'm going to say it again. It's funny how a man goes for equal parenting time. She's a victim. It's because he don't want to pay child support. But a lot of you men dealt with a baby mama terrorist, and what they go for? Primary custody or sole custody. They don't want you to have no visitation. And if it is, it's under supervision. That's why I say these motherfuckers and this system is against fatherhood. It's against fathers. They don't want you to be a father. These baby mama terrorists don't want you to be father. They just want you to be a financial donor, a sperm donor and a financial donor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to J Flow for the 499. He said the family court mafia is the illest game. It sure is. My purpose will be to save young men from this bullshit. Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Prayers. Shout out to you, my brother. And that's exactly what I'm on. That's why I say I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You say whatever you want to say. Let's continue.
Why did you feel like you were being punished?
Well, I felt like I was being punished because, like, they scrutinized everything about me. Like, I had to bring my report card because I was like fresh out of high school. I had to bring my report card to prove that I was a good student. Like, the court ordered me to bring that to prove that I was a good person for my son. I had to
Wait. You had a child, and was this a divorce?
It wasn't even a divorce. We never lived together. Okay.
You know,
Now you heard what she said. She was 18. They never lived together. They wasn't married, of course. But she felt that she should have primary custody. Yeah. She felt like a super victim. You know, like I'll let the bitch speak.
How dare you do this to me?
That was her. But she understood what Mr. Black was going through because she was going through the bullshit. Yeah, but let's continue.
You never
lived
lived together, and he was fighting for custody,
He was fighting custody against me.
and you had to bring your report card.
I was ordered to bring my report card because I had graduated that June, and I was because I because I had given the background story of like I'm this, I've graduated from, I went through the whole school system, like I'm a good person. We and him just really want we want to have somebody help facilitate visitation, because we don't get along, and there's been physical domestic violence situations where he's brought people trying to attack me or like show up at my house, different situations of that nature.
Now you heard what she said. She said it's been physical violence and shit like that. She said that he had people to come over to her house. Now, for those who live in the hood or been there, done that in the hood, when you see people coming to somebody's house to whoop your ass, 9 times out of 10, it's because of some shit that you did. 9 times out of 10, if you got people coming to your house, it's some shit that you did. You know what I mean? Now we know that, but she's trying to make it like she was getting abused, she was getting beat up. No, it seemed like you was causing bullshit, and so he don't put his hand on you. Probably had some females that come on and whoop your ass. That's what it sounded like to me. Yeah, one of his sisters or some, a cousin and shit like that. See, my thing is this: if he brought people to come over and whoop your ass, where's the police report that he brought them over to whoop your ass? Where's the police report? Because if he doing all that, then you shouldn't want no custody. You should want sole custody because he's abusive and so on. And she's trying to say there was domestic violence and all that shit, but she never said he hit her. Yeah, never said he hit her. He just said people came over to a house, threatening or whatever. But like I said, if people came over there, it's because of some shit that you did. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't take that seriously. That's the first thing they want to say is, oh, he was abusive. He did an R move on me. He forced me against my will and so on, but no police report. Victim. Let's continue.
So they were like, oh, we need proof that you actually went to the school. So I had to bring my diploma and my report card to prove that I was
So them asking you to prove that you had graduated, you felt like that was an unfair level of scrutiny?
I felt, because I thought it was unfair level of scrutiny because it was this. Some of the things that happened for me didn't apply to him. Some of the things that I had to provide proof, since I was the primary person who had the child, he didn't have to provide. Like he didn't have to go back to PG to go get his documents. He didn't have to prove where you lived, your routine, what was the schedule that you had. Like there was so much things that I had to figure out and do. And I felt like overall, I felt like I was punished because
she punished. She felt like she was being punished.
How dare you do this to me?
Now, mind you, he served her papers. So she's the respondent. She had to provide that she finished school. She had to provide her grades and so on. So they didn't ask him to provide his diploma, his report card. And I'm going to be honest with you, know why? I have a feeling this dude is older than 18, which I believe that anyway. So he might be 23. He might be 21. He might be 25. You was 18. You just graduated school. You say you were able to take care of your child by yourself, single motherism. So since you just graduated school, of course they're going to say, oh, well, we want to see that you graduated. We want to see how you did in school. 22, he was 22. Okay, he's 22 years old. That's why he didn't have to provide. He graduated school at 17 or 18 years old. That's 4 or 5 years later. You just graduated. And again, yeah, exactly. No accountability at all. But she felt like she was getting mistreated. She's a victim. Now, mind you, she don't want to have equal parenting time. He didn't ask for sole custody. He didn't ask for primary custody. He asked for equal parenting time. She said they didn't get along. For whatever reason, they didn't get along. And now let's go back to what she said earlier. She said, instead of putting the courts in the mix, why don't we sit down and talk, come with a plan, and then go to court and just get it signed off, which I agree. But you know, when it comes to a baby mama terrorist, you cannot have a sit down with a baby mama terrorist. Believe me, I tried it. You cannot negotiate with a baby mama terrorist. We don't get along, and it got to the point where people come to your house. What makes you think we could have a discussion about me getting equal parenting time? I know damn well you're going to say, hell no. I'm going to show you, nigga, you're not getting no equal parenting time. I'm going to keep that baby much as I can. You do the best way you can try to be in a child's life. So how can you say that we should be able to, as adults, negotiate and talk about our parenting plan and go to court when you're a baby mama terrorist? You cannot do that. You cannot do that. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to pay attention to what these motherfuckers say. See, they'll make it sound like, I'm not for child support, but then when it's all said and done, they are for child support. Just because they didn't put their baby daddy on child support, don't mean they are against child support. That's the bullshit they use. Like, you got bitches that say, well, I wasn't a single mom. I got married and got divorced. Okay, but why you get divorced? Well, because, I talk shit all the time, and I want to get them sex, and I wasn't cooking and cleaning and doing the stuff that I supposed to do. Then you a baby mama terrorist, bitch. See, a lot of people a lot of these baby mama terrorists want to use that when you call out the bullshit. When you say, well, you act like a baby mama terrorist. Nah, I was married first. We got divorced. Okay, why you divorced? Well, because we didn't get along, and I didn't believe this, because you was a baby mama terrorist too. Okay, you was a baby mama terrorist, got married. It's a lot of married baby mama terrorists out here. That's why a lot of them are divorced now and dying alone and living by themselves, highly independent, but still getting government daddy's handouts or working at Walmart. So that's what I'm saying. So already she's saying that she understands what this man went through, and she went through the bullshit that she had to present a fucking report card. She didn't have to present no check stub. She didn't have to present, most likely she did, but she didn't mention that. She didn't have to present a check stub. She didn't have to present where she was working at. You know what I mean? She had to present a fucking report card and a diploma, and she's hollering victim. I wish it was that simple for me. That's what I'm saying. Take heed of this shit, though. Got OJ grinning, got him looking like, what the fuck? You got him like, yeah, all right. Let's continue.
I didn't want to settle it with the way they wanted me to, with him, with me having every other week with my child, and my child's only 7 weeks old.
Okay, yeah. So you're saying that the courts wanted you to do like a every other week. So the courts wanted you to do 50-50.
Yeah,
you didn't want. Okay, yes. But you didn't want to do 50-50. You wanted. No. Okay, and you felt like because the courts wanted 50-50, and you didn't want 50-50, you wanted to live with your child, you felt like you were punished.
Yes, I do feel like I was punished overall, because if
you heard what she said, she didn't want equal parenting time. She did not want equal parenting time. And yeah, she lives in the basement. We're gonna get to that. But she didn't want no equal parenting time. She wanted primary custody. But when I talk about these baby mama terrorists, these motherfuckers come to me and say, no, don't no woman choose to be single mothers. Don't no woman want no man to be out the picture. You a motherfucker lie. She just said it. She didn't want him to have equal parenting time. How many of you brothers is gonna stop listening to your no good ass mama who was a baby mama terrorist? Who gonna stop listening to your grandma who was a piece of shit baby mama terrorist? Or listen to your daddy who was a Cape Simp sucker, aka Simp Enforcer? How many of you brothers are gonna continue to listen to this rhetoric that this shit don't exist? That men on child support are deadbeats. Men that on child support didn't want to be fathers. Men who fight for be fathers because they don't want to pay child support. When are y'all gonna realize that a lot of these children out here who don't have fathers, the majority of them do not have fathers because of shit like this? He fought, lost, and he finally washed his hands, moved on. He finally said, fuck you. He finally said, I'm gonna keep my veins cold. I can't do it no more. That's what's going on. But y'all sit back and want to say, nah, it's because he didn't want to be there. He didn't fight hard enough. Get that bullshit out of here. Look at the lead attorney face. Every time I pause, he got some type of look like, I can't believe that this motherfucker came on my platform telling me this shit. And actually, she talking to him thinking that he's agreeing with her because he asking her questions all calm and everything. No, it's not that he don't agree. He agrees with you. He just letting you speak your piece because he want everybody to see this shit is real. Just like when I have him on my platform, I'll let you talk. Man, get off of here. Get him off it. No, let them speak their piece. Hear from the horse's mouth. And that's exactly what he doing. Look at him. I'm just saying, man. A lot of these motherfuckers then got the nerve to say she understands what he went through. Because she felt she went through the same shit because of the system. You can't make this shit up. But I'm the dumb nigga on Cosgrove. Let's continue.
Felt like I had to fight harder to prove to like, in a sense, like disprove what he says about me, but also to push that I'm the best person. And
Well,
I think that's
let
really
me just
hard.
ask you,
I feel like
wait.
it's really,
Let me jump in for a second. Why should you not have to prove that you are the best person? Right? I assume that this is your child. Half of your DNA is in this child, right?
yes.
But half of his DNA is in this child, right?
Yes.
Half of your chromosomes, half of his chromosomes. Why should you not have to prove that you are the best parent if you want this child to live with you the majority of the time? Why shouldn't you prove that? Why is that not rational to say, hey, you need to prove this stuff?
I think it's so rational because for 9 months, I was the person that took care of the child. I provided my body for this child.
She said she provided her body for this child. I'm telling you, the shit they say is so stupid that they think they actually making sense. She felt because she provided her body, she carried the child, she should not go through all that. Let's wind that back.
The best parent if you want this child to live with you the majority of the time. Why shouldn't you prove that? Why is that not rational to say, hey, you need to prove this stuff?
I think it's so rational because for 9 months, I was the person that took care of the child. I provided my body for this child.
For the 9 months, she took care of her child. For 9 months, she took care of her child, unborn, right? Now, she said it. We didn't. They say when you go file, well, not file, but they say when you go do an abortion, that these babies are not human. They tissues and shit like this. But she just said it. She would take care of the baby in her stomach. But these same motherfuckers run to get abortions, and these politicians who is pro abortions, anti-life, will tell you that, hey, the baby's not full term, the baby's not term, the baby's a tissue, and so on. Now, a lot of you men have fought in court. You had to provide income after income after income, like every other month. You got to provide your bank statement. You got to provide your check stub over and over and over again. And she talking about they asked for a report card, and they asked her for her diploma and maybe a few other things to prove that she's capable of having primary custody. And a lot of us have been through lies, false allegations, fake ass restraining orders, paying child support before you even finish court. You paying child support. The bitch quit her job so you could pay more money, and then once the court's over with, she go back to work. She's staying in your name by manipulating your child to hate you, telling your child that he's trying to take you away from me. He left us. And this motherfucker right here is basically saying because I carried the child, she shouldn't have these problems. I should have primary custody. And y'all know when it comes to science, you could go watch Coach Greg Adams, shout out to him. Many people say they talk about how you get pregnant. It takes the sperm. Use a carrier, but these motherfuckers, but I blame Gummy Daddy because a lot of these judges believe that if the woman carried the child, she's automatically get custody. That's some bullshit. She felt that she was discriminated and they was I'm saying me, but I'm talking about her unjustly because I carried a child and I did what I had to do. I was the carrier and all that shit. You can't make this shit up. Let's continue.
Are you when you say wait, when you wait, hold up now. When you say the 9 months, are you talking about the 9-month pregnancy when the child was inside of you?
Like I provided that, like, because I chose to have this child. I chose to take care of this child. I did not want.
She chose to carry the child. She chose, and she also chose single motherism. Yes, she chose to keep the child. She chose to carry the child. She also chose single motherism. Yep, she sure did. My body, my choice. But again, whose responsibility? The father's. And that's what I'm saying. These the ones we're supposed to protect. These the ones we're supposed to marry. These the ones we're supposed to shield. These the ones we're supposed to call queens, goddess, mother, earth, and Lord. See, that's what I'm saying. She had a mother and a father. For what she said, her father was the father figure. Somebody taught her that shit. That's why I say these baby mama tears choose single motherism. Don't you ever think no different, man. I'm serious. If you meet a woman that has a son or a daughter and you want to know who the father is, what the father is, believe me, she'll start talking all that bullshit about his ass. And you'll read between the lines that 9 out of 10 that nigga, you alienate the man out of the picture or you ran him off. And because of that, you chose to be a single mother. Single motherism at best. And the lead attorney is asking these questions to lure in. He lured the fish in to get that worm. Because, yeah, she thought that he was going along to get along with her. But really, no, he's setting you in to blow your ass up. But let's continue.
I provided that, like, because I chose to have this child. I chose to take care of this child. I did not want
listening to this.
I did not really want to be with this person anymore. I wanted my child and I wanted to move forward with my life. And the fact of the matter is that I took off work to take care of this child. Be it going to the doctor's appointments, all the necessary things. The child came out healthy, came out full term, all these things. I did all of the things I needed to do. The proof is in the pudding with the child. It isn't like I had a record of, you were a bad person, you had these type of records or anything like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it feels like you're always having to fight harder. And then also, I think for me in this situation, I feel really bad for the guy because I could only imagine.
Wait.
What I do, like,
you feel bad.
No, literally. Can you let me finish? I just wanted to make
but you're contradicting yourself. So I just want to make sure that everybody's following what you're talking about.
Okay.
Right? Because I want to hear what you have to say, but there are 4,000 people in here, so we need to kind of figure out what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're saying if the child is half of yours and half his, do you think that just automatically, because of these 9 months that you're talking about, that the mother should be given the child and the father should have visitation because of these special 9 months when your body carried the child? You think you should get an advantage because of these 9 months you kept mentioning?
Yes, I do believe that there should be an advantage for that. I do.
Single motherism.
Hey man, hey, you heard what she said. She said for the 9 months, for the 9 months, because she went to the doctor, she didn't miss no appointment. She took care of the child in the stomach, which that's what you're supposed to do, whether the man involved or not. She says that she shouldn't have to fight. She shouldn't have to provide. Yeah, she was funny, wasn't it? Shouldn't have to provide proof that she's more fit to be a primary parent. I gotta play that again. Single motherism.
Finish. I just wanted to make sure.
But you're contradicting yourself. So I just want to make sure that everybody's following what you're talking about.
Everybody hit the like button.
Right? You know, because I want to hear what you have to say, but you know, there are 4,000 people in here, so we need to kind of figure out what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're saying if the child is half of yours and half his, do you think that just automatically, because of these 9 months that you're talking about, that the mother should be given the child and the father should have visitation because of these special 9 months when your body carried the child? You think you should get an advantage because of these 9 months you kept mentioning?
Yes, I do believe that there should be an advantage for that. I do.
Single motherism.
This is what these baby mamas terrorists choose. Let me move it over so y'all can see it. This is what these baby mama terrorists choose. These baby mama terrorists choose single motherism. And again, I'm gonna let y'all know, when it comes to a baby mama terrorist who alienate the man out the picture because of fair relationship or divorce, put a man on child support out of spite, manipulate the child to hate the father, false restraining orders and shit like that, go to court talking about, I want sole custody because he tried to do the R move and shit like that. If you believe that government daddy can take care of the child, you don't need no father. The child don't need a father. You want to holler independent and feminist shit like that? Yeah, you chose single motherism. You chose single motherism. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but it is what it is.
Because of these special 9 months when your body carried the child, you think you should get an advantage because of these 9 months you kept mentioning?
Yes, I do believe that there should be an advantage for that. I do.
Single motherism.
Because at the end of the day, if he wanted to be a part of those moments, he could have came to those doctor appointments just as much as I did. He could have been a part of those things. So I just feel like you can't give me my credit for what I do, you know, when the other person is absent during those time periods.
Now, mind you, she said that they didn't get along. She said it was domestic violence going on. She said that people's coming to her house to whoop her ass. She said she was a victim. So if all this is going on, how could you expect the father to go with you to the doctor's visits? How? So that's what I'm saying. It's some contradicting shit going on. Some bullshit going on. I think what it was, she didn't need him no more. She didn't want him no more. She got what she wanted. Fuck him. Or also, you didn't do as I say. You didn't do what I want you to do. You ain't sucking my dick like you're supposed to. So I'll show you another way. And what do? They use the children as what? Kryptonite. Yeah. Yep. And she said that if the mother's pregnant, she should have an advantage over the father when it comes to custody. But I told you, government daddy allows this because no equal parenting time. Oh, that child support was going up. But let's continue.
And then when the child's born, wants to jump back in and try and get involved. No, it's not right. It's not fair every day.
Yeah. What ended up happening with your case? Did he end up getting 50-50 or did he end up getting so you ended up winning, right?
Yeah, I ended up winning.
So you ended up winning by showing your damn report card in your
It was more things than that. That was the first instance, but
let me just back up here. Why do you think it is that mothers
You know, before he gets to that question, you see the look on her face when she said she got the win? See, these baby mama terrorists look at it as a sport. Setting men up for failure is a sport to these baby mama terrorists. It's never about the best interest of the child. I want you hoe ass niggas from the county to understand this. For those that want to say, oh, he just bitter, he just mad, he still ain't over it. Bitch, I've been over it. Just to let your hoe ass niggas know, even though y'all been through the same shit, you know goddamn well when it comes to these baby mama terrorists, when they go up in that courtroom, they use that shit as a sporting event. It's sports to them. This motherfucker say, yeah, I won. I win. That's what it's about. And most times what happens? Who lose? The man. The man loses. It's a sport to them. It's never about the child. Now, one time did she say, our child, or I'm doing this for our child, or she didn't even say I'm doing this for the child. She's doing all this so far that you heard for who? Her. And you tell me it's about the best interest of the child? I'm gonna go ahead and let Denzel Washington. I'm gonna let Denzel Washington speak for Malcolm X.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Shout out to the Bell 5000 for the $5 donation. She said, sad thing is the law and media is only going to focus on domestic violence, not the women causing these men to be fed up. I don't feel sorry for BMTs one bit, and I don't blame you. I don't either. I don't either. Nope, not at all. Shout out to the Bell 5000. Want to give a shout out to XL Pro, as always, for the $5 cash app. He said, fathers build communities. Yeah, we sure do. But now, unfortunately, it's called a community because these fake-ass black queens, feminists, took in that shit over, and you see how it is today. Yeah, she think it's funny. When she said, I win. Hell yeah, it's a game. Yeah, golden artist, female, a woman. She said, she thinks it's funny. Yeah, she thinks it's funny. The child is the one who loses. That's why I tell y'all, it's the child who loses. The man lose because he don't get to see the upbringing. He don't get to be around the child like he want to, but the child lose. Don't ever trust these baby mama telling me my kids are good. Yeah, I buy them everything. I buy them what they want. I let them do what they want to do and so on. And I'm there for them. That's why I say don't fall for that shit. These baby mama tells do not love their children. I don't give a fuck how much they buy them a goddamn Jordans. I don't give a fuck how much they buy them PS5s. I don't care if they buy them a car. I don't care if they paying for every fucking thing, taking them around the world. These baby mama tells do not love their children if they alienate the father out the picture unjustly. Remember that. Don't go off that bullshit about, well, I'm the one who do this, I'm the one to do that. But you taking a man's child support and paying the household with it. You're paying your hair hats, you're paying for your motherfucking hair crowns, you're paying for some other dude, some simple force and shit. You know what I mean? Don't come with that bullshit about, oh, I love my children. No, you don't love your children if you keeping the father out the picture unjustly. I'm sorry. No, you sorry, motherfucker. That's what it is. You sorry. I want to give a shout out to MGTOW Flights for the $5 donation. She said, fuck child support. Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah. See, these baby mama tells do not love their children. They never did. That's why I say, listen to what the fuck she's saying. Let's definitely get them likes up. We got 234 up in here, 161 likes. Let's definitely get the likes up. You know what I mean? And also, she live in Maryland. Because she said she was 40 miles away from where Mr. Black did what he did. So, yeah. Let's continue. She's happy. It's a win. These baby mama tells know it's a win. It's a win for them, but it's a loss for the child. Let's continue.
The child's born wants to jump back in and try and get involved. No, it's not right. It's not fair every day.
Yeah. What ended up happening with your case? Did he end up getting 50-50 or did he end up getting so you ended up winning, right?
Yeah, I ended up winning.
So you ended up winning by showing your damn report card in your
It was more things than that. That was the first instance, but
let me just back up here. Why do you think it is that because mothers' bodies naturally carry children for 9 months? Why do you think that because of mothers carrying these children for 9 months, they should automatically be given custody and fathers should automatically be given visitation?
Well, I like I said before, it's about the involvement. If you want to,
you said it was about the 9 months.
It's the 9 months, but I did say that if you wanted to be involved, he could have went to these appointments. He could have been involved in these things, and then also the proof is in the pudding. Like if I'm a bad person, I don't go to my, if I'm a bad mother, you're not going to go to your doctor's appointments when you're supposed to. You're not going to seek prenatal care. You're not, and then also the child may come out with disabilities that are preventable.
I want y'all to know she was a bad mother when she got pregnant with a motherfucker she didn't want to be with. She was a bad mother when she decided to fight to get primary parenting and make him get every other weekend, if that. She's a bad parent because not one time did she think about her child. So far, everything's been about her. Everything's been about her, not about the child. And she don't get along with the father, but yet he should have been at the doctor's visits. Ain't that a bitch? Man. Shout out to J Flow once again for the $1.99. He said, my son would never know what I went through. You know what? If you're around your son, brother, you need to tell him what you went through so he can understand that it could happen to him and that no man is exempt. If you're around him, if you alienated, that's a whole nother story. You can't, or if they manipulated, that's another thing too. But if you're around them, please talk to them, tell them, show them, put them on the platform, let them watch this, because this shit is real, brother. No discrimination when it comes to family court. Shout out to you once again for the $1.99. Appreciate you, my brother. Come on, y'all. This Sunday, man. Collection Play Sunday. Let's get them collections up. I need all the help I can get. I'm trying to get this love seat, man. Winter's coming for me. So like I said, brother, these baby mama terrorists do not love their children. She is a bad parent. She's a bad mother. She's a baby mama terrorist. She's a bad mother. Don't believe that she's not a bad mother. These motherfuckers, I told you how they sons and Jordans and outfits and they ain't got a want for shit and everything else. She's still a bad mother because anytime you take the father out the picture unjustly, you are a bad mother. If the father take the mother out the picture unjustly, he's a bad father. It don't matter. It goes for both. But we know who does it more than others. We already know that. Shout out to Unspoken Word for the $5 donation. He said, Mr. Palmer, I went to doctor's appointment, LeMay's classes, and was with her in the delivery room for the birth of our son, now on child support. And I'm glad you said that because I did all the same thing. That don't mean nothing. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. They use any type of excuse to justify why they don't want the father in the picture. He didn't come to the doctor's visits. Oh, he had somebody come on my house. And that's alleged. That could have been somebody else. It might not even have nothing to do with him. Oh, domestic violence. And you know how the baby mama tells use false reports. That's the first thing they do before they even go to child support. This time he took her to child support. They say men don't try to be fathers. Men don't fight to be father. Yes, Jackie Jack, she's full of shit. I got to read what he said again. Mr. Palmer went to the doctor's appointments, LeMay's classes, and was with her in the delivery room with the birth of our son, now on child support. So for a lot of you brothers that try to say, well, you should have been there for the 9 months and it wouldn't have happened, I'm going to let, once again, Denzel speak for Malcolm X.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Shout out to Unspoken Word. Yeah, let's definitely get them likes up because that's one thing that's free. You want to definitely get it out there in the algorithm, get it out there to the space so it can spread and get more people on here. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all to the fullest. Yeah, let's continue.
So, or issues if you're in abusive situations, drugs, all those things come out in the child. So if you're able, I feel like if you're able to produce a healthy child, you are able to follow suit and have a record proving that, hey, every, because there's a chart that you follow. Hey, every 4 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 2 weeks, every week, you're here at the doctor's office doing what you're supposed to do, eating what you're supposed to eat, like, putting everything forth right for your child taking these special tests because you have to pay for those, all these different exams and everything out of pocket, and plus having insurance, and plus providing for yourself. I think that shows that you have stability overall.
So she's somehow, doing all these things. So the father didn't have a job, he didn't have stability, he didn't have health benefits at his job and so on. That's why I say these motherfuckers full of shit. And shout out to John Nada. I don't know if he's like a white brother or he might be Hispanic, one or the other. He says 14 years I paid out over $150,000. I cannot imagine paying $150,000 to a baby mama terrorist. I just can't. And a lot of y'all paid $200,000, but they say y'all deadbeats. They say you don't want to be fathers. They say your mama black. And if you're a white person, they say your mama white. You Latino, your mama Latino. They don't mention your daddy. They say your mama Latino and shit. Yes, this is Ray Caruth. This is Ray Black, and this is OJ Simpson. Yeah. So this brother spent 14 years, $150,000. Goddamn, you cannot make this shit up, but that's the deadbeat. Shout out to Fred the Jammer for the $10 donation. He said, showing support for the show. Appreciate you, my brother. Good. Damn. Oh, okay. Now to say he black. I'm from Chicago. Shout out to Soto Nation. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. Because he's one of the main brother that talked about child support like a motherfucker. So yeah, shout out to him. So there's select few guys who really talk about child support. And I remember when I watched his, he did a 12-minute segment, a 13-minute segment talking about Jay Black. He didn't have no sympathy for the baby mama tears. He was proud. He was happy. And, it is what it is. Going to keep happening. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. Yep. Yeah, let the go for OJ. Hey, let's continue, man.
It's not show because if you're able, if someone wants to be a part of it, they'll make a way to be a part of it. If they don't want to, then again, for him, he didn't show up for those appointments when those were provided to him at that point. And then to show up at the end and be like, oh, I want 50-50. Where were you during that entire time?
Who's beeping? Is that you beeping? There's somebody beeping. All right.
I want to give a shout out to Ricardo Cray for the $10 cash app. He said Cows Gang. Yeah, Cows Gang. And don't get it twisted, y'all. I'm telling you, it's not just these baby mama terrorists who want welfare. I don't want y'all thinking that it's just about the ones on welfare. I told you the baby mama terrorists who make $200,000, $150,000, $130,000, make six figures and got a license and degrees and shit like that. Them are the worst baby mama terrorists because they will spend all their fucking money to try to set you up for failure. Even if it's a losing battle, they still will waste their fucking money. That's how dumb these whores are. Yep. They will spend their money and they get a kick out of it. It's like they rather do a bad investment thinking it's going to stress you out, make you mad, make you feel some type of way. But then if you do one of these three people's moves right here, you do one of the three, then now all of a sudden you's a victim. Now all of a sudden he was crazy anyway. I see why he didn't have custody. I see why he wanted around and so on. So you can't make this shit up. Shout out to News Shenanigans up in here. Let's continue.
How old were you when you had this child?
I was 18.
All right, so you were 18, right? So you mentioned about providing for yourself and doing all this. Were you providing for yourself, or did you have insurance? Who was paying all of these bills for you at 18?
I was working at a realty, a big warehouse shop from the time I was 6.
How the fuck does a realty is the same as a warehouse job? Realty is real estate. I thought. I'm from Cottage Grove. I don't know no better. But she worked at a warehouse. But she went from realty to a warehouse. I guess. Let's keep hearing. I'm just realty, royalty, warehouse. Yep. Okay.
Providing for yourself and doing all this. Were you providing for yourself, or did you have insurance? Who was paying all of these bills for you at 18?
I was working at a realty, a big warehouse shop from the time I was 16, and I had worked my way up to supervisory. So I was making a nice amount of money. I had a nice place that I rented a basement. So I had.
Wait a minute. How the fuck do you have a nice place but live in the basement? You can't make this shit up. How the fuck I ain't saying that, you know, a basement place can't be nice, but she make it like she's living in her own apartment. You in a basement. I get it, basement apartment. But you in a basement and you feel that you are the best parent living in a basement. That's why I say I'm not educated. I'm dumb. I'm from Cottage Grove. I'm a nigga on the couch and everything. Do y'all think a newborn should be living in a fucking basement? I'm just asking. You tell me. Because even when I moved out of my mama's house, I didn't live in no basement. I lived in an apartment. I didn't never live in nobody's basement. What the fuck? I'm just saying, you rent out somebody's basement. And usually when people rent out the basement because they want to make some extra money. Yeah, trap house. I never live in no motherfucking basement. Now, I ain't not. Now, if you a young man who want to get out your mama's house, you a bachelor, you go live in the, I get it. I get that. Or you in a relationship and, you know, y'all want to start somewhere. I get it. But I don't think that's a place that I want my son or daughter to be living in. Not at all. You better off living in a trailer. At least it's a home. But a basement, you think you the most best fit? But I told you, government daddy will give it to her. They don't care if she live in a shack. They don't care if she live in an abandoned building. They don't care if she live with the great-grandparents. They don't care if she live in a fucking shelter. They will give her custody because it benefits them with her than it does the father. You cannot make this shit up. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. Shout out to classy young man for the 499. He said she was rebellious. If she had two loving parents, they don't approve her action 100%. Because like you say, once you're grown, you can raise your child to be a priest, a preacher. You can raise them to be leaders. You can teach them not to be followers. You can teach them to be level-headed and everything. But once you go out that fucking door, you got to pray for them because you don't know what they're going to come back as. And let's keep it real. The streets is very, very highly persuasive, if you know what I mean. Shout out to classy young man for the 499. Shout out to the Bell 5000 for the $5 donation. Once again, he said they plan on bringing children into a single motherhood situation. It's the only thing that gives them power, attention, and importance. 100% facts. Why you think I always say they use these children as rocket launchers? They use them as shields. They use them as weapons, pawns, motherfuckers for attention. They use them as baby dolls. They use them as pets and so on. These motherfuckers are the baby mama tears I talk about. They do not love their children. And when they run out of child support or when the father finally say fuck them, they throw them out to the streets or they treat them like shit, even worse. But the children are so manipulated, they don't call that father. They stay over there with that raggedy motherfucker. They will still look out for that raggedy motherfucker. They will still protect this raggedy motherfucker, but won't protect you. And you the one who's still providing, that you provide for a child that you cannot see. You cannot make this shit up. Shout out to the Bill 5000 for that, man. That's what I'm saying, man. You living in a fucking basement and you the best fit. I bet you dude ain't living in no motherfucking basement. I bet you. Now, he might be living with his parents, but at least it's a stable home. But you live in a fucking basement, talking about you worked in a royalty warehouse. How the fuck you mistaken from a realty to a warehouse? You ain't had no fucking job. You weren't even at Walmart. Shout out to Benjamin for the 499. He said, bet money she was the neighborhood buzz down. That's why old boy didn't show up for those appointments. Could be. But the unfortunate part, even if you knock up a hoe, that's still your child, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike Clemens for the $5 donation. She said she set herself up and her children up for failure. That's why I say they don't love these. They don't love these. They don't love these. They don't love these children, man. I'm telling you. They do not love these children. These are Talibans. These are Taliban baby mama terrorists. Take heed to this, y'all. And for y'all women who understand what I'm talking about, this could be your son. This could be your brother. This could be your grandson dealing with something like this. Whether she white, black, Latino, it don't make a difference. You seen one hoe, you done seen them all. Yes, dick discipline, strap up. Don't even have sex with these bastards. Make them earn your peen. I'm trying to tell you, change the laws of your mind. It ain't worth it. And she got justice on justice. What the fuck kind of justice she doing? The only justice she's doing is trying to use the power of the feminists when it comes to this family court system. But let's continue. Yeah, they Talibans. These are baby mama Terrors. That's why I call them baby mama Terrors. They worse. They Talibans. Yes, they are. Let's continue. And anybody who here for the first time, please hit the subscribe. This is where we get down, how we live, no filter. This is where we speak the truth when it comes to these baby mama Terrors, this unjust system, these simple forces, and so on. Let's continue.
Enough, things going for me in that right direction, and I was also enrolled in school. So I feel like I was doing the right things. I was moving myself forward. I had a trajectory of where I was pursuing, and still pursuing.
So
the only thing projected that she was trying to pursue was single motherism and child support and getting handouts from government daddy and so on. What kind of job could you get at 18? That's a good ass job. Let's be real now. It's hard when you 25, 30 years old getting you a good ass job if you definitely ain't got the credentials for it. And she says that she worked at a warehouse and she lived in somebody's basement. How much one bet she was in her mama's basement? She was in a family member's basement. Talibanettes. That's a good one. Yeah, when they Talibanettes. Taliban bonettes. Let's continue.
You were upset that he would not attend these prenatal visits with you, but then once the baby was born healthy, he wanted 50-50 custody. But you felt like that was unfair because he did not go to the prenatal visits with you.
I feel it's unfair.
You fucking income fucking poop.
One thing I will always be proud of. I might be a dumb nigga off Cosby Grove, but I'm sure not a stupid motherfucker. She's telling y'all exactly how the majority of these baby mama Terrors really are. See, a lot of them ain't gonna say nothing too much on social media, but they'll tell you, in your face and record it on camera and shit like that. And you will have to put it on social media. She's telling her truth. She's telling the truth. This how these white Al Karens be. This how these Al Chinese be. This is how Al Walamel Nishan is. That's how these Al senoritas are. And this is how these Taliban bonnet motherfuckers are too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to classy young man once again for the 499. He said, when I hear her talk, it sounds like she blueprinted this in her mind to try to convince the lead. And I'm telling you, unfortunately, if she'd have been on somebody else's show, they'd have been like, I understand fully. I know why you did it. Shit, he wasn't there for the 9 months. I wouldn't do it either. One of these type.
Here I come to save the day.
Yeah, so I get it. But like I said, take heed to this, man. Take heed to this. This is why you got Minister Japs out here. This is why you got Mr. Palmer's out here. This is why you got lead attorneys out here. This is why you got the coach clinicians out here. This is why you got a lot of individuals in the manosphere and outside the manosphere. This is why you got your coach Greg Adams. So when y'all get mad when he say live a fragrant lifestyle, you like, nah, fuck that shit. I want to have kids and all that shit. Hey, man, if this don't show you why he says what he says, then you just no different from this baby mama terrorist. And I'm just going to say what Bill Withers used to say.
Keep on using me until you use me up.
Rest in peace to the late, great Bill Withers, for real. And shout out to classy young man. Can't make this shit up, man. You cannot make this shit up. Let's continue.
I feel it's unfair.
So let's just kind of push this out to other people now, because if you feel it's unfair to you, it would be unfair to everybody else. Should there be a rule that fathers who do not go to the prenatal visits do not get 50-50 custody?
Yes, because if you're saying that, especially with times now, when you're saying life starts at conception, they should be a part of that life. They should be a part of those steps. They should be held responsible for all of those things as well. Not just not just at the end when the child comes out and now you're like, oh, well, I'm going to take 50-50. No, I've put in work on this. I've taken sick leave for this. I've taken all these different things.
So she's saying that the man should not have equal parenting. He should not be involved for 18 years or even 21 years because of 9 fucking months the baby was in her stomach. I'll be goddamn. And somebody said something about Muhammad Tasha. This is Muhammad Walamelanisha. I'm telling you, man, these motherfuckers are the most educated, the dumbest educated motherfuckers on the planet. These are the dumbest educated motherfuckers on the planet. Only worth $5. She said she was able to be a father. I mean, she's able to be a mother and a father because she said she don't need no father to take care of the child. Yeah, this is Muhammad Walamelanisha. Oh, Muhammad Nisha. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I'm finna start, man. 2022, I already got a lineup, man. These Taliban, these are the Talibans, these Al-Qaeda and everybody else. Shout out to Tariq Smith for the $50 donation. I appreciate you, my brother, to the fullest. This is a great job you're doing, fam. And I appreciate it, man, because this is the reason why I keep it going, because a lot of people are misled that men don't want to be fathers, especially when it comes to the black man. Like I said, I'm running for child support. I sleep on the couch, this couch, and that couch over there, watch this big TV and PS4, little fire shit. And I don't do nothing. But at the same time, you cannot prove me wrong. You could call me hateful. You call me bitter. You call me broke. You call me a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. But you still cannot prove me wrong. You cannot prove me wrong. I don't have to have no plaque on my motherfucking wall to prove right from wrong when I got the mindset to do research and CDCs and stats and everything else, just like y'all had the power to do the same shit. That's why I laugh at these baby mama terrorists. I laugh at these simping forces to say, oh, man, you mad. I got custody. You didn't. I don't give a fuck about you in your custody. Because if you got to brag about you having custody and you know how the system really is, but you having to get it, then you ain't no different than these baby mama terrorists. You know, and all thing I can say about y'all is, biatch. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So I want to give a shout out to Tariq Smith. I definitely appreciate it to the fullest. I will definitely get close to my love seat. Anybody else want to aid assist this brother, Tariq Smith? Shout out to you, my brother. See, they're not going to talk about the fathers who get X'd out by simping forces going to visit their child for the first time. They're not going to talk about men who go get their child and the baby mama tears, take him somewhere else, and then he get killed by simping forces. They're not going to talk about the alienation. They're not going to talk about the sacrifice that he made trying to fight to be a father. They're not going to talk about the man who committed suicide over 20,000 a year of suicide based off alienation and child support related. They're not going to talk about that, but they'll talk about these three right here. They'll talk about this. See, that's what they want y'all to think, man. When these people like here X out one of these terrorists, they will sit back and say it's because they did not want to pay child support, they want to be a father, so on. When actuality is, you push them over the fucking edge. But then you want to holler, how dare you?
How dare you do this to me? How do you live with yourself?
Yes, sir. Let's continue with these Walamela Keishas, Walamela Nishas, Walamela Aishas, all these motherfuckers. You got to watch out for these terrorists, man. They number 2 are the worst terrorists on the motherfucking planet. Number 1 is Al Karens. Let's continue.
So I don't.
Let me ask you: do you think a child needs a father?
Yes, I do believe a child needs a father.
Does a child benefit from having the father in the child's life?
A child does benefit from having a father figure in their life.
Now, I want you, before he, get to the end, she said is that fathers are very important for the child, but then she changed it to father figures. So when she say father figures, she's talking about men who are not the father, whether it's the stepfather, whether it's the grandfather, whether it's the uncle, whether it's the brother, the coach, and so on. See, he asked her, was father important? She said yes. So she realized where he was going. So the twisted narrative before she said, yeah, fathers are important, father should be around, all that, because then that's going to contradict what she say. What does she say? She says father figures. And let me explain something to y'all when I be telling mothers to at least have a father figure in the picture. When I say that, it's only if the husband and wife or the girlfriend and boyfriend, y'all get in a relationship, you break up. He says, I do not want to be a father. Y'all playing them kids. He's mad because y'all broke up. He's mad because you won't give him none no more. He's mad because he can't take advantage of you no more. And he say, fuck you, I'm not being a father. That's when I say, okay, mother, especially if you got a son, have a father figure around, whether it's your father, your uncle, your brother, a coach, or somebody. There's no excuse why you don't have a father figure around. Because, you know, a lot of these baby mama tears will have no man around except men coming over there pumping and dumping and going about their business. I'm talking about the ones who actually do have a baby daddy terrorist, the one who actually abandoned because of some dumb shit or whatever. Yes, you do need to have a father figure. You had no choice. So you got to have a father figure. Don't have no random dudes around, especially when you got a son, because you don't want him to be acting like you. Feminist ways and so on. That's when I say you need a father figure, because no excuse why that son of yours don't have a male figure around. You got a bunch of niggas. Why you can't have a male figure? You see what I'm saying? That's if you go through that situation. But this clown right here is just like these baby mama tears. Well, I don't want the biological father in the picture. I'm still mad at him. I'm still hurt by him. I'm mad because he got mad, who he got married to or who he wanted. And he don't give a fuck about me personally no more. He just want to be around the kids. I'm going to get a father figure around, because the baby mama tears tried it twice. She tried to marry nigga to be a father figure. That won't work, because all he wanted was your money. And he still used your dumb black ass. Then you try to get another one who had custody of his kids to be a father figure. But then you talk so much about me and others so much that he said, oh, he peeped the scene. It ain't Mr. Palmer. It's your motherfucker funky ass. So he went on to the sunset, said, I ain't finna fuck around this shit and lose my kids on some fuck shit. So that's why I say these motherfuckers are terrorists. These are Taliban. These are your enemies. These are the ones you have to stay away from. These are the ones you got to teach your children about, whether it's your daughter or your son. Tell your daughter, don't be like her, and teach your son, don't ever be around her. You see what I'm saying? This is the shit that you have to put out there. I understand that, hey, you should not teach your son at 13, 14, 15 about these motherfuckers, but you have to in this day and age. They're at your schools. They teaching you as a teacher. You got teachers as baby mama terrorists. You got police officers, baby mama terrorists. Hell, you even got funeral home directors as baby mama terrorists. You got to watch out for all these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers will set your black ass, your white ass, your Latino ass, your Indian ass up for failure. Like I said, she switched it. She went, when he said that, she knew. She said, uh-oh, he's finna catch me up. So she turned around and said, father figures. But let's hear it again.
This with you.
I feel it's unfair. I feel it's unfair.
So let's just kind of push this out to other people now, because if you feel it's unfair to you, it would be unfair to everybody else. Should there be a rule that fathers who do not go to the prenatal visits do not get 50-50 custody?
Yes, because if you're saying that, especially with times now, which you're saying life starts at conception, they should be a part of that life. They should be a part of those steps. They should be held responsible for all of those things as well. Not just not just at the end when the child comes out and now you're like, oh, well, I'm going to take 50-50. No, I've put in work on this. I've taken sick leave for this. I've taken all these different things. So I don't.
Let me ask you, do you think a child needs a father?
Yes, I do believe a child needs a father.
Does a child benefit from having the father in the child's life?
A child does benefit from having a father figure in their life.
See how she hesitated? Because that's what I'm saying. See, due to father figures. Yeah. Yep. So in other words, she say, don't need a biological father. Fuck him. Because we got all these sucker ass simping forcing niggas around. Why should we have them?
Here I come to save the day.
Yep. But let's continue.
Because what I just hear you say is me. I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. I'm hearing, though, you're not talking about the goddamn child. What does your child need? You keep talking about what you did, but what about your child? Why are you putting you above your child? That's what I can't understand.
But see, you have to understand, these baby mama Tears do not love their children. They don't give a fuck about their children. All they give a fuck about is destroying fathers, getting money, and don't have to have no type of accountability for it. This is why you have baby mama Tears like this, because they can, because the courts allow it. This is why she don't give a fuck about her motherfucking kids. And that's why I say, when they get mad at me, say, who hurt you? Your mama black. It's shit like this that hurts me. My mama ain't hurt me. It's this baby mama terrorist, Mohammed Al-Quisha, who hurts me. That's why. She don't give a fuck about talking to the lead attorney. She don't give a fuck if she talking to Kevin Samuels. She don't give a fuck if she talking to Mr. Palmer. She don't give a fuck if she talking to Angry Man or Minister Jap. She don't give a fuck. You know why? Because as long as you got these baby mama terrorist supporters, as long as you got these fake ass Alcan feminists, as long as you got these here I come to save the day ass niggas, as long as you got these simple forces who will come to these bitches' defense, as long as you got government daddy that's gonna come out there and say, well, I understand what you're talking about, but she still should have custody regardless she live in the basement and work for a warehouse. It does not matter. That's why. But motherfuckers get mad at me and talk about who hurt you, your mom black or so on. This whole fucking society hurts me. Family courts hurts me. These baby mama terrorists hurts me. But the only difference between me and the rest of these motherfuckers is this.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Because I'm going to continue to spread these words. But the answer to his question is because she don't give a fuck about that child. And anybody else that think that she gives a shit about her child, then you ain't no better than this baby mama terrorist right over there. Let's continue.
You say that your child needs the father, but then because he didn't but because he didn't show up to the visits, now your child doesn't get those same benefits. Your child gets less time, less valuable time with the father because he didn't show up to your visits. But the child is missing out.
I don't feel that the child missed out overall.
She said that the child did not miss out overall. She didn't say the child didn't miss out. She said the child didn't miss out overall, meaning she know full damn well that the child missed out. And for you Muhammad Al-Quishas who don't understand, or you dumbass, our simple force ass niggas, I'm gonna let y'all understand exactly what I mean. You raised by your grandfather, right? It's a lot of y'all who's raised by your grandmother. It's a lot of y'all who's raised by a stepfather. A lot of y'all who's raised by, we'll say, somebody been raised by their brother or sister. But when you go to school, get your report card, and everybody's there with their father, but you the only one there with your grandfather. How do you think that child feel? Now, he might not be saying nothing, but how you think that child feel on the inside? Or you finna graduate 8th grade. You finna graduate high school. Your granddaddy's there. Your mama's there. But everybody else got their father there and their mama there. How do you think that young man or young woman feels? Now, will they eventually get over it? Maybe. Because they have no choice but to get over it. But don't tell me that this child did not lose. I know a lot of y'all who was raised by y'all mama and you thought your dad didn't give a fuck about you. And your mom's always there and all that shit, but everybody else got their father. You feel some type of way, regardless of how much your grandfather is around you and showing you. You don't take away from him because you're glad he's showing you what you need to know, but it's a difference than having your father around. And you can't tell me no other difference. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, she said somewhat or overall, because she knew that boy was missing out on his own biological father who was alienated out the picture unjustly because she was mad at him that he didn't come around for the 9 months. But the actuality is she ran him off for the 9 months. She was trying to set him up for failure. So what he decided to do, since y'all say men don't do shit and try to fight, he tried to get equal parental time. He didn't ask for sole custody. And unfortunately, the court sided with the baby mama Terrence anyway. So to justify why she did the shit she did was because she carried the child for 9 months, and she trying to say, well, the child don't miss out overall. Why would you want your child to miss out at all? Because again, you baby mama Terrence, you Al Quishas, you Muhammad Al Quishas, you Muhammad Al Karens, you Muhammad Al Senoritas and Al Chang and so on, the rest of the gang. Y'all do not love your children. You don't give a fuck about your children because you will not put your children in harm's way. You will not put them in grown folks' business. You would not manipulate the child, and you definitely would not keep the father out of the picture because of some 9 months pregnancy. You cannot make this shit up. But let's continue.
Now your child doesn't get those same benefits. Your child gets less time, less valuable time with the father because he didn't show up to your visits. But the child is missing out.
I don't feel that the child missed out overall. The child is.
You just said that a child benefits from time with the father.
I didn't say a father. I said a father figure.
Mind you, she said that fathers are important, but I told you he already caught up and she knew where he was going. That's why she said the father figures bullshit. See, to try to justify that life is still good, he don't need no daddy, biological daddy. Let's continue.
And the father.
Oh my God.
And I did say father figure.
Jesus Christ, are you guys listening to this bullshit? So like an uncle could be a father figure, right?
Yep. He had his uncles, he had my father, and he was able to, move forward in his life. Like, it's not, I don't think that every person is the right father figure.
Then why are you sleeping with these men? Why are you creating children with these men if they're not the father figures?
Well,
why don't you just sleep with your uncle?
He said, why don't you just sleep with your uncle? Yeah, why don't you? You better off because at least you say you're a father figure. Here's the thing. Now, lead attorney said, why would you sleep with him if he's not a father figure? In my opinion, I think he was a father figure. Is the fact that she didn't want him around because he wasn't, busting them dope moves for her. He wasn't kissing her ass. He wasn't patty caking her ass. And he wasn't sucking her dick good. And that's the unfortunate part. They would try to make you look like a deadbeat and you're a piece of shit, even though everything she just said and said she have did is piece of shit. But then a lot of you will sit back and say that, well, you a piece of shit because you didn't fight. And then if you say, yeah, I did fight, well, you didn't fight hard enough. You didn't do XYZ when she said it. She was 18. She worked at a realty / warehouse. She lived in her mama's basement. She carried the child for 9 months, and she went to all the visits. She was healthy and so on. That's something that you have to do whether the man in the picture or not. But she said that a man should not have no type of equal custody or any custody if he's not there. So fuck him being in jail. Fuck him being in the military. Fuck him working a full-time job. Fuck him, fuck him, fuck him. This is why I want y'all to realize, men, I didn't know this, but I know it now. Your seed is valuable. Do not put your value in some piece of shit gutter trash, Al Quisha, Al Keisha, Al Walla Melnisha, or Al Zhang, Al Chang, Al Senorita, and the rest of them. Because what's going to happen is you will be X'd out the picture. The judge will allow it. The court's going to allow it. Her punk ass daddy, who's helped take care of being a father figure, is going to allow it. The punk ass uncle is going to allow it. Your mama definitely going to allow it. She's a baby mama Terrence too. And here you are, once again, got a child that you can't see but paying child support. You cannot make this shit up. So yeah, lead attorney is getting loud. He sound like Kevin Samuels on that. And she's calm because she like shit. It's justified. It is what it is. Your mama black, sir. But let's continue.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
So I went ahead. I did not know that person was going to be like that when that happened. And then as things went on.
You didn't know he wasn't going to show up to the visits? Is that what you're talking about?
I did not know it was.
Oh, so let me get this straight. You slept with this dude and didn't know he was going to show up for the visits. And now that he doesn't show up for the visits, now your child doesn't need him. Now your child just needs a father figure. Your father, for example, or the uncle, for example.
Yep. And we've moved on perfectly. We've moved on. Now I'm happy married.
Okay.
He has a beautiful step.
I think I'm going to move on.
Now he cut off, but what she was gonna say that my son got a beautiful stepfather. See, that's what I'm saying. I told you. Everything she spoke, everything she said was not about the child. Yes, she mentioned the child, but it was not about the child. It was all about her. She's still not over the father. She hates the father more than she loved her own fucking son. This is why I talk the shit that I talk, because it need to be out here. This is why I call them what they really are, baby mama tears whores. This whole 13 minutes is all about her. It wasn't none about that child. Carrying the child in the stomach, going to the doctor visits. It wasn't shit about that child. She's still mad at the father. She got married to some sympathizer. Then again, he probably believed everything she say. He don't know no better because he ain't in the picture. So you're going to assume that, hey, he didn't want to be a father just like I did the first time, my dumb ass. I'll never believe that shit again. See? And then find out when you go through the situation that, oh, she ran him off. He was not a deadbeat. See, that's what I'm saying. These baby mama tears will sit back and try to justify all the fuck shit that they do. These baby mama tears will try to make it like that I'm just a victim of circumstances. You know.
How dare you do this to me? How do you live with yourself?
Let's finish off to the rest of the shit.
I think I'm going to move on. All right. Let's pull up somebody else. I can't deal with this situation. Shout out to her, but you know, not on this channel. Not on this channel. And you can unsubscribe if you want. I don't give a shit.
You heard what he said. He said, you can unsubscribe me. I don't give a shit. He said, shout out to her. And I give her a shout out too, because I love when you baby mama tears come out and tell your truth. I want y'all to hear from the horse's mouth. You ain't got to take my word for it. I want you to speak it. So I give a shout out to her, not in a good way, but for telling your truth on how you, just like these other baby mama tears, do not want the father in the picture. Y'all know y'all gonna get some type of father figure. You know that you're gonna get some Kevin Simp sucker that maybe don't know no better, or he do know better, but you know how that go.
That ass though, right?
You know, he choose ass over class. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. So, like I said, I'm gonna let Denzel speak for Malcolm X.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
These baby mama tears do not love their children. They will never love their children. I don't care if they're in a stable environment. I don't care if she make $100,000. I don't care if she got a Maserati. I don't care if she treats him like a king, the son or the daughter like a king, because these baby mama terrorists do not love their children. Everything was about her, and she was against the father. And she even said that I don't want to be around the father. I don't fuck with him. So of course you don't want to be a father. Teach him a lesson. Hurt him because of whatever happened or didn't happen. And you're going to use that you didn't go to the doctor's appointment. 9 months caused him to be alienated for 18 fucking years. Boy. You got to love these baby mama terrorists. That's why I say, man, a lot of you are going to learn the hard way. But all this shit is out here now for you to see. And still, a lot of you are still going to learn the hard way, because you're going to think that, oh, well, that was on him. It ain't me. It ain't me. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Shout out to my brother, Space Kitchen Podcast. Send me an email, bro. You want to tell your story? Most definitely. You You want to tell your story? Definitely come on here. I want to show y'all something right quick. Wait a minute, is that why? Wait, let me see something. Let me see if that's it. Let me see. I want y'all to see something that I post on Instagram. I don't know why. I don't know why that a lot of you people won't take what you see for what it is. Y'all still have these fake ass high hopes that this can't happen to you. You exempt and all this shit. Ain't no man exempt when it comes to this American society called family court. You're just not. Just not. And it's gonna be, I'm telling you, a lot of y'all have finally saw the light and see it for what it is and finally kept your veins cold and washed your hands and moved on. Decided to better yourself, get yourself in order. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, shout out to you. But let me do something right quick. Yeah, ain't nobody safe. Let me do something right quick. But while we going to a little intermission right quick, we gotta listen to this pump and dump song. Mr. Pump.
They've been waiting on this one.
Go dummy, Kyle.
Let's get it.
Pump and dumping these bitches. Yep. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Yep. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Yep. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Yep. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes.
Yo. Hit the bitch once, don't call her back. Hit the bitch once, now falling back. She going to my phone, I tell her I ain't home. I ain't tryna tell her that the hair was whack. Bitch get mad, I fuck around, get smacked. I ain't really tryna go through all that. Say you want the truth, but I know that's cat, bitch. I'm an OG, don't fall for the trap. Talk me back and get dropped. Raise the voice, the bitch block. Think you the only baddie out here that shooting shots, bitch stop. I ain't like these simp niggas that open doors and wanna hold your hand. I'ma be the side dude inside you, see back to your man. Hoes say that I'm toxic. Nah, bitch, these niggas lost it. Lame niggas gassing up your head. I don't like pics, you get dick instead. Got hair while smoking on the end though. Then put the bitch in the friend zone. So many hoes can't worry about one. So I pump and dump hoes, yeah, one of done hoes, yeah.
Pump and dumping these bitches. Yep. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Yep. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Yep. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Yep. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. I don't give a fuck about nan, bitch. These simps are the ones you can control. Simping forces, son husbands, blue pill and sideline haters. You wanna talk, I'll see you later. I don't wear a cape, so I can't save ya or date ya. So what's going on? I'm coming to your home looking for some dome. You don't get down like that with the fuck you rat, then trip, bitch. I'm staying home. But here's the kicker, she wanna ask for dough like I'm one of them niggas. I ain't got shit. Walmart's always hiring hoes, so you better find your ass some business. I ain't got time for that fuckery. I don't play games, I stay sucker free. I'm Mr. Palmer, better recognize me. I know you get down, you belong to the streets. Stop playing games, holler celibate. Saying your body count is irrelevant. Man, you were just an embarrassment. Another pump and dump, baby mama Terry. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes.
Shit. My bad. I had the shit on mute. But shout out to Ramil and shout out to myself. We come with a classic with the pump and dump song. This is a TikTok video, and this shows how these baby mama tears are on why they take you to court, on why they set you for failure, keep you out the picture, alienate, get father figures instead of having a biological father. It's not because you didn't want to be a father. It's because they still hate you more than they love their children. And they know government daddy's going to look out for you regardless. So I want you to check this out.
What is the most toxic thing you've heard a female say on the internet?
Let me ask you something. Okay. Take care of my son. Why am I on child support? Because it's deeper than child support. It's actually like damages for breaking my heart and us not being a family. Oh, there you go. Because I'm doing this shit by myself, Raymond. Fake ass teeth. Then why won't you let me see him? I know that he is the only thing you love in this world. And if I can hurt you that much by keeping away what you love, then I'm going to do it because I am miserable. You must be miserable too. Makes no sense. We could be cordial. We could be friends. We can't be friends because I'm still in love with you and you're sitting here moving on with your fucking life. Bruh, making this about you. What am I supposed to say? It's never been about him. It's about me.
And if that don't show you how these baby mama tears really are, then I don't know what is. Now, this is a skit. It's not real. It's a skit. But that's basically what their mindset is when they go in that courtroom, when they call false allegations, when they cause baby mama terrorism, when they cause manipulation, destroying the child. Just like that baby mama Ted that was on the lead attorney. Yeah, that's exactly her mindset. I'm still mad and hurt because of whatever happened and why we not together and so on. That's reality. Now, of course, y'all gonna sit back and say, oh, that ain't true. It's just because, he didn't want to be there. No, that's the actuality. And a lot of y'all know, a lot of you females know this, but y'all won't go against the code. I get it. Let me give a shout out to my boy Jeg, man. Shout out to this brother for the $5 cash. He said, my baby mama Tara's name is Keisha. True story. Shout out to my boy Jeg, man.
I can't see you.
Wrong one. Shout out to my boy Jag. He over there on the Fuck Child for Instagram, man. Definitely doing his thing, man. He be doing like, what they call that shit, like puppets. He be making all these damn designs and shit like that, man. He can make whatever you want off mud and everything. This dude is talented, independent, and he's been in the trenches, and this shit ain't no joke. I believe he's older than me, I believe. And this shit is real, man. Shout out to my boy Jeg. Shout out to my boy Jag, man. You just can't make this shit up, man. That's the truth. Who hurt you? That's what I'm saying. You cannot make this shit up. That's why I say these are the most best fits because they'll benefit the government daddy, not because they're actually the better parent. Here's another one I want y'all to check out. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get on the couch. Said I have a coworker. I heard firsthand the voice of Satan on the other end. Wow. I believe it. Here's another one. If the baby mama Tez had a true serum. This is another one she did. If it was a truth serum, we was able to put in the truth serum. It's funny, but it's real. It's funny, but it's real. It's only funny because that's the only thing you could do is laugh instead of crying. Shout out to Ray the Gang for the $5 donation. He says Margaret Sanger wiped out 60% of our populations. Bad moms about to mentally finish us off if we're not careful. And this is why I say that we have to change the laws of our mind. We have to keep our veins cold. We have to wash our hands and move on. We in a war. We in the trenches. You know what I mean? And the laws ain't gonna change. So we got to get out of the trenches on our own. Margaret Sanger is the one who started this abortion shit back in the day. And yeah, wiped out 60% of our population. Bad moms about to mentally finish us off if we're not careful. Shout out to my brother. Then you got the family court mafia, of course. You know, want to give a shout out to Tim Howard V for the $5 super sticker. Appreciate you, my brother. Well, let's check this out, y'all. Truth serum.
Okay, we'll go ahead and start. I'm Judge Robinson. Miss Williams, why are we here for a 7th time this year? Because the defendant, Raymond Tucker, has a much better paying job now, and he could be doing more and paying child support.
Yeah, I got a better paying job, and you can't find one?
I'm looking for a job, smart ass.
You know I take care of my son, and I pay child support.
How many times you been late? Tell the judge that. How many times you been late?
You got it. I can't even see him.
My son don't want to be with you. He doesn't want to go over there with you and your new girlfriend.
Order. This is Zoom, but it's still a courtroom. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the plaintiff is directed to drink the truth serum that was delivered to her today in lieu of a lie detector test. So when she drinks that, we'll go ahead and begin. Now, how are you feeling today, Miss Williams?
I'm bitter, Your Honor.
Mr. Tucker is taking care of him financially, and you need $3,400 a month?
I know he shouldn't be on child support. He's actually a really good father. He's really close to our son. I'm actually jealous of their relationship. But this man is gone. He doesn't want nothing to do with me.
Correct.
Unless it has something to do with our son. So I have to do this. I have to use the court system in order to get a rise out of this man, or else he would never say a fucking word to me. Excuse me, Your Honor.
And that right there, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Even though this is comedy, even though, you know, it's supposed to be joke, this is the truth. A lot of these baby mama tests will take you back and forth to court, especially they got money. I told you the worst ones, the ones that got degrees and professions and make 6 figures. These are the motherfuckers they make a bad investment, waste their money in the courtroom, knowing that they're not gonna get nothing out of it, knowing they're gonna lose. Because this is the only time they can have some type of dialogue. They don't care if they lawyer talk to your lawyer or if they lawyer talk to you, they still have some type of tie with you. Because they already know that years to come that this shit's gonna be all over. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I wish it was such thing as the truth serum, but unfortunately, reality is, even if they had a truth serum, the courts will not allow it because they know that the majority of these motherfuckers will set you up for failure. People that want to talk about the link to the video, the link, go to my fuck child support Instagram. You'll find it in there. Somebody put the link in there and you can check it out. Because these motherfuckers not over you. They could be remarried and not over you. They could be in a whole nother relationship, not over you. They could have 6 kids later and not be over you. Your son could be grown, they still not over you. You could be married and moving on to life. They talking about some motherfucking I just can't let it go. I know it's not right, but it's just who he with. It's because of who he married. I can't let it go. You can't make this shit up. Let's continue.
He should have chose his family. It was cheaper to keep me.
Not complying with visitation. How does your son feel?
He adores his father.
he looks up to him.
Now, mind you, she said should have stayed with the family. See, that's what I'm saying. That's when they talk that he left us. He used us. He cheated on us. See, now it's us with the kids. When actuality, it's just he ain't fucking with you. But since you wasn't ready to let it go, and he left us. He hurt us. He left you for her. And she ain't got shit to do with it. Bring the kids to your house to meet her and say, this the woman he left you for, and shit like that. And when you call this shit out, they say it never happened. That's what these baby mama terrorists do. But I wish it was a true serum. I really do. Let's continue.
Cries so much. He cries every night and says, "Where's my dad? Why isn't he here? Where is he?" And I just throw him under the bus. I just say, "Hey, your father would be here if he wanted
Tucker,
to be
did you need a
here.
moment?
So maybe he doesn't
No,
care
okay.
about you. Maybe he doesn't love you. And if I keep working on him and working on him, I will train him to hate his father one day, the way my mom trained me to hate mine."
I'd like to ask.
Damn. Yeah. Shout out to J Flow for the $4.99. He says, I paid off my child support and still had to show proof to remove a property lien. Always go to child support services after your kids turn 18. You definitely are advised to talk to child support the last year that you know the child support will be over with. Because if you don't, if you got any liens, anything going on, they will keep it on there. They will pretend like they didn't know, they forgot and all that bullshit. No, you get on the last year, you make sure you deal with child support services. You make sure you talk to them to this end. In other words, winter is coming. You finna get off child support, and you keep them motherfuckers mindful that it's finna come to an end. Because see, that's another time winter is coming when your child support is finna end with the baby mama terrorists. Shout out to J Flow for that, and congratulations on you surviving the baby mama terrorism. Congratulations on surviving family court. Congratulations on you surviving government daddy. Yeah, thanks for telling me my mic was I had that shit muted again. But let's finish this shit off. I want y'all hear it again. Yeah, winter is coming. It ain't just for these baby mama terrorists, child support. It's a lot of winter coming. Shit, different things. But she hurt. Let's continue.
And I just throw him under the bus. I just say, "Hey, your father would be here if he wanted
Tucker,
to be
did you need a
here.
moment?
So maybe he doesn't
No,
care
okay.
about you. Maybe he doesn't love you. And if I keep working on him and working on him, I will train him to hate his father one day, the way my mom trained me to hate mine."
I'd like to ask for full custody.
Yep. That would be nice. I might get full custody after that, but it ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Unfortunately. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. So I'm gonna let my man say it for me.
Truth is what it is.
This is why I tell y'all, if need be, wash your hands and move on, because you the one got a lot to lose. The shit blow up in your face. These baby mama terrorists don't give a fuck who they talk to. They will tell you out loud that they don't give a fuck about the father. They mad, they bitter, they hurt. Well, no, they ain't bitter because they ain't done unjust. They miserable. They hate themselves. They hate the child. They hate their mama. They hate their daddy. And they will throw you under the bus and give reasoning on why they do the shit they do. But the actuality is she's still mad. She's still hurt, bitter. And even though she got that new sucker that she married to, she's still mad, bitter, and hurt. and she really felt that she won. She won. She won. She did win, but the child fucking lose. Oh, you need a hat, man? Holla at me, man. Right there. The hat's $40. Cash App it right there. Send your information. You'll have it sent. Like 3 days, no more than 4. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gail tonight, man. I was in and out watching your story. I was taking some shit. So shout out to you. And y'all need to subscribe to Gail at Night for y'all need to give a shout out to, I want to give a shout out to Gail at Night because she talked about why men are better fathers. You know what I'm saying? And I know she's gonna be called a pick me and all that shit and hate her mama, and she broke the code and all that shit. So shout out to Gail at Night. Y'all need to subscribe to it if you ain't subscribed. Ms. Vegan say, imagine going to the child support office, Mr. Palmer. I don't go to the child support office. I'm telling you, I just pay my child. I don't talk to the social worker. I don't talk to the case manager. All I do is pay that child support automatically per week, and that's it. I don't get none of that shit. I'm not in it. Ain't nothing to talk about. I don't give a fuck. I pay that child support. That's it. So now when the last year come, then I'll talk to them so make sure they take that motherfucker off when winter comes. That I ain't talking to motherfuckers. I ain't trying. I'm not disputing nothing. I ain't got no issue with nothing. It is what it is. Yep, it's business. I don't give a fuck. I'm done. So
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
So I be trying to tell motherfuckers, I don't know why y'all sitting that motherfucker all the time. I give a fuck and I care. No, I don't. Shit. That's facts. This Gail at Night, y'all. Y'all definitely subscribe to her channel, man. But like I say, man, if y'all don't take heed to what this Muhammad Al-Quisha said, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jay Flo for surviving the child support mafia and surviving the baby mom terrorists. Even though sometimes it's still not over with, because even though if your child grown and you trying to be a father, that baby mama terrorists will find some way, whether it's treat the daughter like shit, treat the son like shit, and so on, man. So you still in the trenches, but it's not as bad because now your child got the mindset to do what needs to be done and come see you. You ain't gotta go over there, and if they ain't manipulated. So definitely shout out to Jay Flo. But take heed to this video. It's unfortunate, but it's gonna be other baby mama say the same shit. You hear it on TikTok, you hear it on social media, you see it in movies, you see it in documentaries, but yet y'all sit back and say who hurt you and no, you just don't want to be a father. That's why I say I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Nope, not at all. I appreciate y'all support. Sometime next week I'm gonna talk about the father who X'd out the mother and tried to X out the stepdaughter in New York. This was in 2013. And he said he got played, he got screwed, he couldn't take it no more. And he did what he did. He did it around Christmas. See? And just like Jay Flo said, I'm still working with my daughter. Mr. Palmer, much love. That's what I say. A lot of these children, 21 years a slave is real. But a lot of these children are in slavery as well, because the only difference is they don't know no better. A lot of them are manipulated. A lot of them see for what it is, but they still choose to fuck around and entertain the baby mama terrorists. Either way, you have to wash your hands and move on. So like he said, he's still working with his daughter. That's unfortunate. But then they'll say he's the deadbeat. He don't want to be a father. He wasn't never doing shit. He never did shit. But he paid child support up the ass, and he's still a deadbeat. That's why I say hire somebody a deadbeat, and he pays his bill. He pays his child support. You know what I'm saying? So cool. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all support to the fullest. We definitely gonna continue to cook. We definitely gonna call this shit out, and we definitely gonna continue to try to change the laws in our mind. Because it's a lifetime of change. You can do better than fall off or whatever. You know what I mean? You can, you know what I'm saying, get your finances up the par, and something happens. You just don't know. And shout out to the women who understand exactly what we talk about and what's going on, because y'all know what it is, you know. And like I said, if they call y'all pick-me's, just let them know the true definition of a pick-me is man or woman who pick and choose who's right, who's wrong, who's real and who's not, based off who they like or don't like. You can't make this shit up. So yeah, I appreciate y'all to the fullest. Like, subscribe, put in the comment what y'all think about this baby mama terrorism interview. And shout out to the lead attorney for putting it out there and exposing this baby mama terrorist for what she is. Like I said, he can't do it the way I do it. That's why I just do it my way and he do it his. All right, y'all. So I'm Mr. Palmer, and this bitch is guilty. And I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support. Peace.
Baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
Riding around, try to play the role, Miss Innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake hellos. Behind closed doors, she rocked them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong. Knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worried about another bid instead of us co-parent. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this.
It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. You fucking income fucking poop.
Truth is what it is.